Ayissi had always dreamed of a perfect love story. Growing up in a Christian home in Douala, Cameroon, she believed in true love, just like the one her parents had. Her heart was filled with hope, and her spirit yearned for a love that would make her feel cherished. When she met Ambe at the tender age of 19, she thought she had found that love. Ambe was older, living in the United States of America, and seemed like the man of her dreams. Successful, handsome, and attentive. He promised her a future that seemed golden, a life filled with love and possibilities. Their long-distance relationship blossomed, and soon, Ambe convinced her to leave behind her family, her country, and the only life she had ever known to join him in the US. Ayissi trusted him. She believed that being with him meant stepping into the future she had always hoped for. But soon after Ayissi arrived in the US and settled into Ambe's house, things began to change. The fairy tale started to fall apart, and she noticed the other women in his life. Women who called him at all hours, sent him messages, and even showed up at his door. Ambe would disappear for days, using vague excuses that never made sense. Despite it all, Ayissi clung to the hope that love would win. She believed that one day, Ambe would realize how much she loved him and choose her fully. While Ayissi longed for marriage, a career, and a chance to pursue her education, Ambe had different plans. He wanted her to get pregnant as soon as possible, thinking that a baby would bring them closer. But Ayissi wasn't ready. She had dreams of getting her master's degree, building a career, and being more than just someone's girlfriend. But as the years passed, she felt those dreams slipping away. By the time she turned 24, the pressure mounted from all sides. Her family back in Cameroon, especially her aunt, started to question her. "You're 24 now," her aunt reminded her over the phone. "Your mother had you at 19. If marriage isn't happening, at least have a child. Don't wait until it's too late." Her biological clock felt like it was ticking faster every day, and the life she imagined seemed far away. Reluctantly, Ayissi gave in to the pressure and started trying for a child. Despite her hesitation, Ayissi gave in and started trying for a baby. She visited doctors, who assured her that she was healthy and fertile. But as the months passed with no pregnancy, she began to worry. She confided in Ambe, hoping for support, but instead, he cruelly reminded her that he wasn't the problem. "I've already gotten another woman pregnant before." That cruel statement deepened her self-doubt and isolation. Desperate, Ayissi tried fertility pills, but nothing worked. And as her body struggled, so did her heart. The weight of Ambe's infidelity crushed her. His visits to other women became more frequent, and they constantly called and texted him, making her feel invisible and unloved. She fought back tears every night, but despite the pain, she couldn't bring herself to leave. She showed him too much, and she couldn't imagine throwing away the 6 years she had invested in their relationship. Anita, her best friend from Kenya, whom she had met in church, had seen Ayissi suffering from the beginning. Anita scolded her. "Ayissi, you deserve so much more. Ambe doesn't love you the way you deserve to be loved." But no matter how much Anita begged her to leave, Ayissi couldn't let go. She was trapped by her love for Ambe, even though it was clear he didn't love her back. One day, Ambe received a lucrative job offer in another state. Ayissi thought this would be a turning point. Maybe the move would change things, bring them closer, give her a fresh start. She shared her excitement about taking on a new job herself, one that would help her build her own future. But Ambe's response was possessive and insecure. He forbade her from taking the job, saying he didn't want her to meet other men. The dreams of a career were crushed under the weight of his jealousy. Then something strange happened. Out of nowhere, Ambe bought her a brand new car. At first, Ayissi thought it was his way of apologizing, his attempt to make up for all the pain he had caused. "Go, take it for a spin," he encouraged, flashing a smile that didn't quite reach his eyes. Despite her unease, she agreed. Maybe, she thought, this was his way of turning things around. But what Ayissi didn't know was that the car was not a gift of love. It was something far more sinister. Ambe had grown tired of her dreams, tired of her hope for a better life. He wanted to get rid of her, and this car, his so-called gift, was meant to lead her to her end. Thanks for listening this far. If you enjoy the story, please click the like button, leave your comments, click on the share button, and share with your contacts. Also, please subscribe and turn on your post notification for further videos. Thank you. Now, back to the story. On the day she took the car out for a test drive, everything felt off. Her hands were shaky, her mind clouded with worry. As she sped down the highway, she suddenly lost control. The brakes failed, the steering wheel locked. The car swerved violently, and before she could even comprehend what was happening, she crashed. When Ayissi woke up in the hospital, her world was dark. Panic rose in her chest as she realized she couldn't see. The doctors informed her that the accident had caused significant trauma to her head and she had lost her sight. With Anita's encouragement, Ayissi made the hardest decision of her life. She called Ambe and told him it was over. "You've treated me like I'm disposable," she said, her voice trembling but strong. "You don't love me. I'm done." Ambe's response was vicious. He raged, accusing her of betrayal, and in a fit of anger, he gathered all her belongings from his house and set them on fire. The man she had once loved was gone, replaced by a monster consumed by bitterness and resentment. But for the first time in years, Ayissi felt a sense of relief. She had chosen herself. After leaving the hospital, Anita helped Ayissi rebuild her life. Despite her blindness, Ayissi learned to live again. She found a new apartment, a place where she could start over. Day by day, she grew stronger, more independent, more at peace with herself. For the first time, she understood the power of self-love. During her recovery, Ayissi met Armand, a gentle and compassionate doctor who had been overseeing her care. Armand was everything Ambe wasn't: kind, patient, and genuinely caring. He saw beyond her blindness and admired her strength and courage. Their friendship blossomed into love, and unlike with Ambe, this love was real, built on trust and respect. Even though Ayissi couldn't see him, she could feel the warmth of his smile in every word he spoke. Armand made her feel like she mattered, like she was enough just as she was. After some time, Armand proposed, and despite all she had been through, Ayissi said yes. They were married in a small, intimate ceremony. Not long after, Ayissi gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, a symbol of the new life she had created for herself. She couldn't see her daughter's face, but she could feel her, hold her, love her. Then something miraculous happened. After months of treatment and surgeries, Ayissi's sight was restored. The day she opened her eyes and saw her daughter for the first time, she wept tears of joy. It felt like a miracle, like life had given her a second chance. But while Ayissi was blossoming, Ambe's world crumbled. One of the women he had been seeing scammed him out of everything he owned. She drained his bank accounts, stole his property, and vanished. To make matters worse, she involved him in a crime he didn't commit, and he was arrested. After serving short time in jail, Ambe was deported to Cameroon, disgraced and penniless. Now, the man who had once lived a life of luxury in the United States of America was working on his father's farm in a small village, with nothing to his name. The women who once flocked around him were gone, and all that remained was the empty shell of the man he had become. Ayissi, on the other hand, found peace, happiness, and love. She had chosen herself, and in doing so, she had been given a second chance at life. I hope you love the story, and if you do, please leave your comments in the comment section telling me what story you would like to hear next. Please click the subscribe button, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!